once you get all the way down to the ocean,
5% of space.
Only 5%.
Just take this gun and shoot me!
Bus driver, we're doing eye makeup back here. Steady on the roof.
My one thing was I went into the Disney Channel building and I sat down with the president of Disney Channel and I said, I want to make history. And that's what this is. Secret world takeover.
Hey guys!
What's up, guys?
Episode 2
of the podcast. Welcome to the pod.
Welcome to the pod.
Okay, let's
get into it.
Let's get into it. Like, first I just want to say, like, holy crap.
Oh, thank you for the support.
Thank you for the support.
Actually, thank you all of you who watched all that and sent us texts saying that you watched it. Like, that actually meant a lot because we didn't think that anyone was going to listen, and then we've been checking the stats the last few days, and it's been, like, going up like crazy, and we're like...
Yeah, like, I mean, like, not going up like crazy, not like billions.
Crazy for us.
Or like millions, but like crazy for us, like hundreds. And we're like, holy, what the heck?
It's just shocking.
It is just shocking. But just thank you to everyone.
Shout out to Liz!
Special shout out to Liz! Love you. Yeah, that was like, we've had some really sweet like texts and comments.
Yeah!
And
a lot of people have just been like, supporting us a lot on like a lot of different ways, and we appreciate that because this was just supposed to be like a joke, and now it's like we're really like, I don't know, it's just different. It's like fun. It's more fun than it even was before, for me at least.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much. But so I realized after our last episode that we didn't ever explain the intro.
Yeah.
So
we said that we would, but we
were like, oh, we'll get into that later. This is the later part. So, do you want me to take the lead? Like, start out with this?
Yeah, because honestly, like, sorry, these grapes are really good.
These grapes are so good.
Okay, so yeah. So, the intro. You want to explain?
Yeah, so...
About, like, making it?
Yeah, so when we, like, decided, like, we're committing to making this podcast, I told Maddie, I was like, hey, like, I'll get to work on, like, an intro. And so I started out with a clip of a show. The show is called How to Get Away with Murder. And there's this scene where they're trying to, like, fake a crime scene. So she's like, just take this gun and shoot me, okay? It is not supposed to be, like...
it's not anything about gun violence or anything like that. It's not
violent or anything. It's just, like, a funny clip of a show. Because it matches the TikTok, like, audio. Yeah. Like, that's why I put those together. So, and I wanted the timing of the for the pictures. So what I did was I just put together all of the sound parts.
ZZ did the audio, and then I went and I looked through my camera roll and his camera roll, and we looked at pictures that we've had with each other throughout the years, from, like, young age to, like, now. And I just did the amount of photos that it took for all the booms, and then we added the vine boom at the end. And I added 3 of them, because we had, like, this long, awkward space between the first boom, so it boom, and then it just sat there silent for like a good 4 seconds. So I added the boom boom at the end of it. So that was what the intro was it was just a teamwork effort. He did the audio, I did the video. Like, it was pretty perfect.
Yeah. And like, honestly, like, when I first made it, I was like, oh my gosh, Maddie's gonna hate the intro, like, because I just put like random clips of Abby Lee Miller and Debbie Ryan.
Well, because we quote this all the time.
Yeah, like, and that's
we'll be like catching things and throwing them in our mouth.
Yeah, or like, like, I walked into President Disney Channel's office, and I said to President Disney Channel, I want to make history.
And that's what this is.
And so, like, I don't know, it was just, like, perfect.
It fit us. It was very on brand for us.
Yeah, so that's where the intro came from. Just wanted to, like, clear that up before we got into today's actual episode. We're both really excited about. Okay, take over.
Today's actual episode. So, for the past, I don't even know how many years, I have been creating this list on my notes app of things that I'll never understand. Today, me and Zarin are going to discuss these things that I don't understand, because we mutually agree on them, and we're going to try to relate some of them to alien technology and why it actually exists.
And like, we didn't really discuss this a lot beforehand, but I kind of have, like, a conspiracy theory about aliens. It's one from Lauren from the pool.
Oh, yeah!
So we also have, like, a crazy alien conspiracy theory from one of our, I don't know, I don't want to say work friends, but she's like
one of our good friends.
One of our good friends named Miss Lauren. Shout out.
We're gonna stop with the shout outs. We promise you guys. We're gonna chill, but we will have a couple. I'm not gonna lie.
There's probably going to be at least like 3
But, like,
every
last time,
episode.
probably like half the episode was shout out. So this time we're gonna kind of chill on that,
Mhm.
but we'll get into it.
So
So
this is kind of like Maddie's forte because she's the one with the list of things.
So-
So I'm going to let you start the list.
okay, you ready? Item number 1: planes.
Okay.
Let's talk about this. How do planes fly in the sky? They're literally giant, several ton heavy objects, just metal objects,
Yeah.
full of human
Full of
beings
humans and luggage.
and wires
And fuel.
fuel-
The fuel
fuel's
weighs
heavy.
so much.
So why can this one thing literally float in the sky
Mhm.
and like gracefully land? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
I don't. And like people have taught me. We live next to an Air Force base.
We live next to a literal Air Force
We
base.
see planes fly literally all the time. Like I've been told how this works. I will never understand.
I will never understand it. And it's just like, you can't tell me that like 4 little jets on the wings with
Yes.
some like lift or whatever
Like,
makes a plane
I
fly.
get the aerodynamics and whatever, but like, I'm sorry. How does it fly? Oh.
Oh, so really
Really quick.
pause.
intermission.
It's kind of stormy outside. Stormy.
Mommy, look, just like mommy, baby. So it's really stormy outside right now. We're having summer rains,
Mm.
so the power might go out. But anyways,
But yeah, but this
Planes.
is the video and the audio is not dependent
No,
on the power. So
it'll be fine.
it'll just be like the lights.
they might just get spooky. But we have a candle,
Mhm.
so we're good.
No.
Okay, number 2, Bluetooth.
We're literally using the power of Bluetooth right now.
How is this working? How are we talking into these little fluffy things?
Yeah.
How is this working? And it's going to the phone, which is going to go to all of your devices that you're watching on right now.
Mhm.
How is this happening?
Yeah.
Like, and
Like-
I'm sorry, but the Earth started from rocks.
Like,
Like, the Earth starts from rocks and trees, and we get Bluetooth.
yes. No, like how okay, and like okay, so it's like waves floating through the air or
Oh
whatever,
my goodness.
particles. Who discovered them? How if you can't see them?
Why have we never been taught this in school?
Yeah.
Were we?
Okay, no, that's another thing. Schools need to get on top of teaching these things rather than like U.S. history.
I'm sorry, but like Alexander the Great, who's that? Bluetooth. Let's
Like
talk
that's
about it.
relevant.
Like that is something that like I wonder
or like
because okay.
yeah, like they teach like about like the politics of ancient Greece
Yeah, like
and like ancient Rome. Let's talk about
Like-
why we have particles floating through the air and no one can see them, but they're all of a
Well, no,
sudden
and, like-
making these devices.
And like we will send a text and it bounces into space, bounces off of this little metal thing floating up there, which is in perfect position by the way, and then floats back down to the phone that I wanted to within a
second.
within a moment. Like, what particles are
Yeah,
these?
yeah, I know.
Who found this out? All right, anyway.
Okay, so yeah, next one.
Number 2. No, number 3.
Oh.
I'm not keeping track. The shape of a pretzel. Okay, this might just be me. This might just be me. I've never understood. I just don't get it. I don't even know how to explain why I don't get it. I just don't get. I'm so sorry. I just don't know how it works. All right, let's just
No,
move
no,
on.
no, no. Because like, I want to spend a little bit more time on this because I kind of get it. Because like, pretzel sticks make sense because it's just a stick.
Yeah.
It's just a line. But like the
How do you
curve
get-
of a pretzel, how do they make it like
two
that?
two of the holes are the same size, and the third one's just smaller.
And
I-
like they're always perfectly shaped, except for if they're
Yes.
broken.
Unless they're broken. What? I don't get it. I don't get it.
I just don't get it. And
I can get around like an infinity shape.
but I also don't understand why. Why is a pretzel in that shape? Like I said, why can't it just be a
Who
stick?
invented this?
Yeah. We should have maybe Googled some of these things
we
before.
should have. But, no,
But
you guys can do your own.
but
research
Google
at
doesn't
home.
doesn't know everything. So
Amen. Okay, next one.
did you say amen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, next one. Space.
So
Do you want to do it
do
now?
you want to do it?
Just do it now.
Okay, so again, Lauren, our friend, we were talking about the podcast at work one day. Again, we work as lifeguards.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about you brought up like you had seen a video about like the deep
Yeah.
ocean.
So I saw a video about like I don't remember the name. It's like something phobia, and it's about like the fear of deep water. And I was saying, oh my gosh, like they're saying, like the video text said to this will help you get over your fear, and then it just showed a bunch of scary things in the ocean. So I jokingly said like, oh my gosh, like how is this supposed to get over our fear of the deep ocean? And then Lauren was like, girl, listen up, and then she told us like the craziest conspiracy theory ever.
Yeah.
So
you want me to say? Okay, so here's the conspiracy theory. So we've only explored what, like 20% of the ocean or something?
5.
Like, 5?
It's like 5.
Wait, is it actually only 5?
I'm googling this. Keep talking.
So we've only explored like 5% of the ocean. So like the deep, deep ocean, the very, very bottom at the deepest part of the ocean, we haven't even explored yet. And the same thing about space. Deep space.
5%.
Okay, how much of space? Google how much of like space we've explored, which like probably even less because we've only been in like our solar system. So, like deep space, we don't know anything about. So here's the like conspiracy theory that space and the ocean are the same and they're connected. So like how did it go? It was like the fish are stars. You know, in the deep, deep ocean, the fish that have like the little like glowy things on their foreheads, those are actually the stars. Because once you get all the way down to the ocean,
5% of space.
Only 5%. So like what it is like at the bottom of the ocean and like space are like connected through like a portal. Like, you know, like Einstein's Rosen Bridge or whatever, where like 2 points in space meet.
Oh, that was good.
That's the space and the bottom of the ocean are met.
Yeah. So like there's like this like, and astronaut suits. What do those look like?
Old scuba
suits. Are you joking?
Are you joking? And so like planets obviously are not in the ocean, but like deep ocean and outer space are like connected through portals
somehow.
And so
guaranteed.
Yeah, guaranteed. Like there's no way that they're not. But so like I feel like. But so what was originally were you thinking when you put space on this list? Because that's a new discovery that we've made.
Like
why we were told.
Well, so I've always wondered. The Big Bang Theory. No. So it says that it started from like what, something like 2 atoms or something meeting, and then they exploded or something. Where did those atoms come from? There was something there before, or someone there before, controlling it all.
Yeah.
Like,
no, Big Bang doesn't make any sense.
Big Bang doesn't make any sense. But also, how is it never ending? Like, it just doesn't ever end, and it's still continuing, and there might be multiple universes. Like, what? And they're all never ending?
Yeah, and this connects to aliens, because if outer space is never ending, you cannot tell me that there are no other sentient beings.
We are not alone in this even galaxy.
Oh yeah, no.
Like,
there are other living things,
and
other humanoids.
Let's be so honest.
The Milky Way.
We are not the smartest group of species.
No,
we're quite literally like destroying our own home.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's political, but it's the truth. Like, it's the actual truth.
The ice caps are literally gone.
And so we are idiots. So there are So there are aliens out there who probably came sometime a few hundred years ago.
We'll talk about this later.
Well, I'm putting a pin in that.
Okay.
Pin in it.
Well, so I was just agreeing with the space thing, and I hate when they're like, oh, planet Zoria that we saw with some high-powered telescope is like this many light years away. You've never actually been there. How can you measure how far away it is if you can't even go there?
Well, and we don't have that many land markers in space anyways to tell where everything is. Yeah. So are we just making stuff up at this point?
Honestly,
I keep funding going for space?
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway.
Oh, Pluto. Since when is Pluto not a planet? Pluto is a planet.
Pluto deserves the poor recognition it deserves.
It's a dwarf planet, so just call it a meteor.
Don't make fun of it.
Or asteroid, whatever they are.
You do not have to make fun of its size. The poor thing. It is a planet no matter what.
Okay, there we go.
So, next, similarly to planes, boats. Again, this giant thing in the water. Heavy things sink. That's known. You throw a coin in, it drops.
Mm.
How was it floating? Like, even like a raft. Like a raft with no motors. No motors, because I get motors make it boop.
Okay, but also, how do motors move? So let's say like a gigantic cargo ship. You know, it's huge.
Oh my gosh. Don't get me started on cargo ships and cruises.
But the propeller is a fraction of the size of the whole boat. How does it get it to go so fast?
Right? It is. It's just
Mind boggling.
gravity. Let's put that in, folks, people. Gravity.
Is that the next thing on the
No,
list?
that was just about boats. But we can talk about that. Gravity also doesn't understand how that works.
Okay, and also, like, you know, our planet has so many G's of gravity on it. How do you measure G's when we've only ever been, like, here and on the moon? And I don't even know if we've been to the moon because Hollywood could have orchestrated.
Is that your other conspiracy theory?
Okay, this is, like, a well-known one, but, like, how do we know that we've been to the moon? Like,
that's a good question.
Like, I think it proper. Like, okay, you know in Interstellar when they say
Interstellar's my favorite movie.
Yeah, and like, it was a good piece of propaganda during wasn't it during the Cold War or something? So like, what if it really was just propaganda?
That's a good one. That should be a whole episode.
Not gonna be a fun episode to just do like space conspiracy. Okay,
theories. But
I heard this. Hold on.
Go on.
Well, or no, save this for another episode. Let's move on.
Put a pin in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next one. The process of making bread. Zizi told me he would understand or explain this because I grew up watching my mom make bread. She used to make bread all the time from scratch in our little bread makers, and it's the greatest bread of all time. I would sell it for money, but I never understood how she just pours flour and yeast and whatever else in, and it literally just spins around in this thing, and then it's bread. I mean, I get it's like chemistry. Oh yeah, I get it's like chemistry and like the yeast activates something, and I took chemistry and passed it, mind you.
What even is stoichiometry, anyways?
Well, explain that. Let me explain that.
No, hold on. So let me explain the bread process.
Explain the bread process.
So, yeast, to my understanding, I know we're gonna have people telling me that I'm explaining this wrong, but to my understanding, yeast is like a living thing. It's like a bacteria or like a fungus or something because it eats the sugar. Okay, so listen. So like, here's how you make bread. Is it good?
It's really good.
I made some cake. Everyone.
We're eating Zizi's cake. Oh, and we were eating grapes.
Yeah, we like got off work just like an hour or two ago.
If you guys hear like munching and crunching, it's
just ASMR.
It's just the munchies. I'm sorry. We're just hungry.
Yeah, but so you start with warm water because the warm water has to activate the yeast. It has to like bring it back to life. Okay, then after you let that sit for a minute, you put in. Oh, well, no, like, after you put the yeast in, you put in sugar, too. And I have my water right here. Thanks. After you put the yeast and sugar in, the yeast starts, like, eating the sugar. And that's what makes, like, the air bubbles, okay? Do you know how, like, bread has bubbles in it? And has, like, pockets of air? That's because the yeast is eating the sugar and, like, creating oxygen. Okay? So, then, once you add the, like, flour and salt or whatever, that's the heart of the bread. That's what makes the like chewy
eggs and flour I get. But once you throw in the yeast, that's when I get lost every time.
So that's it.
Well, thank you for the explanation. I think I understand a little bit more. It just still confuses me.
Yeah, this is kind of dry.
No, it's delicious. Like really, in the middle makes it even better. But next one, record players. Now, I own a record player. I have probably close to like more than 50.
I was gonna say probably close to like 75.
I have a lot of records, and I still don't get every time I put it on that little disc, and then I put the needle on it, and it makes the exact sound that plays on my phone, which also plays into Bluetooth.
I just realized, is the camera focused? Did you make sure that the camera was focused?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Keep talking though.
I don't know. Sorry, but. I totally agree. I don't have a record player.
Yeah, we're focused.
But I've seen Maddie. Like Maddie has played records for me before.
How did they put the grooves in there so precisely to make that exact music, and it just plays because of a needle?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like
who figured that out? I mean, I get like the more you mess around, the more you find out. I get that.
Oh.
But who messed around? Oh wow, that's some good lighting.
The lighting is top tier right now.
Who messed around so much to the point where they carved out grooves on a piece of vinyl, put a needle on it, spun it around, and then heard music. And was like, oh wow, I can recreate that.
Well, and like
what?
The point of all this when we get to the end is that all of this is actually alien technology.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there, so let's keep going.
Next one, sewing machines. I literally used a sewing machine 2 days ago because I was hemming all my jeans because I am not a tall person. I'm 5'1".
I'm 6'2".
And I thrift all my clothes. Everything I'm wearing right now is thrifted. And so I need to hem my jeans. I was watching it the whole time. I still don't get it. It pushes down the needle when it comes up, and somehow it makes a perfect loop. How does that work?
I don't know, because I use sewing machines all the time too. You've lost me.
Right? Like I just don't get.
And that you can set settings on the sewing machine
Different stitch types.
Do different stitch designs. Who programmed it?
Right?
Sewing machines were invented 400 years ago.
Right? They were invented probably before the radio. I don't know. We're making this up, but they were invented a while ago. No, because this I probably know for a fact. They were invented before computers weren't the size of big old rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the time when they were just figuring out a computer was the size of a movie theater. They were having sewing machines and record players.
What the heck?
Where did that jump come from
in
technology? We don't get it, but we'll get into it later and you'll find out why. Next one. The buses and cars theory. This is probably my favorite one.
This one is so fun.
Do you want to explain it?
No, it's your thing. Go. No.
What is this podcast called, everyone? Say it with me. Them ZZ Tops and Mads. Oh, it's not ZZ Tops. The ZZ and Mads podcast. We're in this together. Okay.
But you're the one who came up with this one, so you should say it.
Buses and cars theory. So, everyone listen up. When you're driving on the freeway, you look ahead of you. You see a school bus in one lane, and right behind it is a car. Now, they fit perfect inside the exact same lane. Probably take up close to the exact same amount of space. Maybe the car's a little bit thinner, but exact same amount of space. Now, the bus could have 3 kids on each side and an aisle for people to walk in. That's 7 people across. A car barely fit 3 people in the back row. 2 seats in the front. How is that possible? I'm sorry, I get the difference in the walls and the shape, and I get that the car's thinner, but by how much? You can fit 7 people in that one and 3 in this. I don't get that.
No, it's
I get mind boggled every single time I drive by one of those in public, and I'm just like, wow. How, or even a truck. A truck can fit a couch, which is
no.
You all get it.
Yeah, you get the point. Why do all these vehicles fit in the same lane, but some of them can't fit? Stuff. Yeah, but they can hold different sizes of stuff. It just doesn't make sense.
Next one, though. How a printer prints the words and pictures so fast.
Okay.
You look up a picture, and it has a bio at the bottom, and you click print. Within 10 seconds, it's out. Mm. How does it know to do all that fast?
Well, and okay.
And it gets the picture perfect.
Mm-hmm. Well, and let's think about old printing presses. They had to do each letter individually,
backwards.
Flipped. Yeah, backwards. Paint the ink or whatever on there, and then stamp it. And if it didn't pull off right, you'd have to start over.
Restart.
And so we went from that to now printers and copying machines and stuff that it gets all the letters perfectly perfect.
Within
that.
Seconds.
How? Where?
Where did that switch come from?
And where did the letters come from? Yes. Inside of the printer.
Where are the letters coming from? And where are they fitting all of the how are they getting the pictures on there?
Mm-hmm.
And how does it not leak to the other side of the paper?
Yeah.
How are they putting it perfectly on it I just saw on my phone, and it's not leaked through? I don't get that because paper is so thin.
Yeah.
And it can't. You put a drop of water on it, and it's ruined. But ink can fit really. That's another one. This is not on the list. How did they cut paper so thin?
Oh my goodness. Wait, I think paper is like pressed. They
Oh, okay,
press
that makes
it
sense.
until it's thin.
Sounds people
Because like
say.
people make homemade paper all the time, and they just like press a bunch
Nora
of
made some. My sister, Nora made some.
people just like. Can I eat the last grape?
It's all yours.
Thanks.
Okay, next one. Solar panels. The sun goes onto these little blue things on the top of your house, and all of a sudden you have power. No, that's not how that works.
Okay, wait, because I think I get this one because it makes them hot, right? And heat is friction.
Conductor?
Friction is like energy, right? And so like if
But
they
I
get
thought it was
hot,
like the UV or something, like the
oh,
rays.
I thought it was the
I
heat.
thought it was like the rays.
Oh wait.
It might be the heat, but I
Wait,
mean,
no,
in
but
the
then
winter-
how would they work on cloudy days?
in the
Because UV,
winter,
well, because UV still gets. Oh, that's right. So you have to be right.
like, like it's. I mean, I saw somewhere that. Oh, I saw somewhere that it was like the waves from again the waves. Where are the waves coming from? The particles, the waves. Who's inventing this, and why does it save so much
Yeah.
eco-friendliness?
I mean,
I
are you
get
so
that.
proud of me? Look, I have the microphone not
I
right
know.
up close to my mouth.
You guys.
So really quick, I cannot tell you how like anxious I feel right now because I want the microphone right here. But Maddie was like, "It's too loud when you put it that close." So it's out here, and I
love
hate
that I
it.
spoke like this. Sorry, that was really.
No, because I was being kind of rude too. But also there are a couple people
Watch yourself.
that said that the audio could be better, and here's what I have to say about it.
Do you want me to say that?
No, I will. Here's what I want to say about it is that we're trying, okay? Like we're trying our best. We're just kids. Well,
This is
who
what
are
we
about
can
to be adults.
This is
but
what we can afford for now. We didn't think that we were gonna get a couple hundred of you like listening and watching
Yeah.
or whatever.
So like, if we consistently have more viewers, we will think about investing in better
We'll
sound.
get a real like setup, and we're going to college soon, so then we'll have like we're not just gonna be on a beanbag or
Yeah.
a bed. Like
Well,
we'll
and
have
these-
actual setup.
Well, and like these are really portable, so like
Yeah,
this
so,
will
like,
be
these are
great to just pack up and leave for
And
college.
they're so like look, the bag is right here. I mean, for those of you who can see. For those of you who
Yeah.
can't, it's just like I don't know, what is that, like 3 inches? That's like 3.5 inches. So
But so I just wanted to address that we're
thank
trying.
you for your input. and
Thank
we
you
do-
for your input.
We do appreciate it and letting us know more things because we needed to find out that kind of stuff. But at the same time, this is what we can do right now. So we hope that it works for you all. Like we hope that it. We just hope that it works for now until we can potentially get better.
Mhm.
Potentially, not potentially. Okay,
Okay, I just really need to get that off my chest, you
deep breaths,
guys.
deep breaths. Next one, nature. So this is one that I mean, we were all taught photosynthesis. Like we all understand the sun feeds and everything, but like, it just,
Wait. Okay, so we were
Nature.
just talking about solar panels, right?
yeah,
Plants figured that out from the beginning of time.
yeah. Oh, that was a good one.
So, like, why did it take us so long to figure out how to make it with metal when plants have been making their own energy from the sun with leaves?
dude, you killed that. That was so good.
It just like boom.
Like, no, and let's also tie that into Bluetooth again. I'm sorry, but rocks and plants and leaves and chipmunks, and we got freaking fax machines.
Okay,
What
also,
even is a fax
okay,
machine?
what even is a like?
Oh,
obviously,
Lauren again had a hold on. You talk because I'm gonna clip this to my knee.
oh,
It works.
But-
we should just be doing this the whole time. Anyways, I'm gonna Google when a fax machine was invented.
yeah. Well, so we will get into this crazy conspiracy theory in a minute because it actually makes so much sense.
Okay, let's talk about this. Wait.
Well, we're almost done with the list of things that we don't understand. So, also-
Did we go on the moon? Yeah.
wait. Also,
We'll talk
hold
about that
on.
in a minute.
Look up presidents that have visited Edwards Air Force Base.
Okay.
Hopefully, there's some sort of list on that.
You say something in the meantime, okay? So that they don't get bored.
Hello,
guys.
listeners. What else did we need to talk about besides the list? There were a couple things I felt like. I don't know, just a little about today. We had to close the pool early because obviously the thunderstorm. And so I blew the whistle, right? So I was the one on sand when the thunder went off. It went like boom, kind of in the distance. But I still, if you heard, like,
I had heard
our,
something, but I didn't know if it was lightning for sure.
yeah, and so, like, our protocol is, like, if we hear the thunder, we have to ask everyone to, like, get out so that we can, like, listen for more, and if there's more thunder, we have to close. So I blew the whistle 3 times, and I said, everyone, please get out of the pool, and, like, cleared the deck, because there was thunder. Everyone looked at me like I was an idiot.
Yeah.
I was like, excuse me, like, this is my job. Like, I'm trying my very, very best to keep you guys safe. One?
Uh-huh.
Who?
Reagan.
Oh my goodness! Wait, when was he president?
Oh, no, hold on. Keep talking about the thunder.
Wait, Maddie!
What?
I'm gonna hit you with my hat. You're
Please don't
joking.
do that. Why?
Because this is nuts. Okay, wait.
Hold on. When was Reagan president?
Oh, wait. That's later than the...
That is later than 5.
Wait, but they can't tell us who... We'll get into this. No,
We'll get
because
into
they
this.
can't tell us about it because it was, like, top secret. Do you know what
Obviously,
I'm-
it was top secret. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not telling us. But we'll
Okay.
also tell you guys in a second. But next one.
But so...
Oh, yeah.
I'm not angry at the patrons of the pool. I'm just, like...
We were tired of the attitude.
I
that
was
it.
just like, I wanted everyone to be safe. Because we heard lightning.
Yeah, we
I mean, we heard thunder.
we heard lightning. Yeah. It's
Sorry.
Like we saw thunder, too.
Excuse me, Miss Sassy
Sorry,
Pants.
but anyways. So, next one. Reproduction.
Okay, I did not know that this was on the list.
I also forgot that this is on the list.
What do you mean by that?
I just don't get it.
Like, how a baby is grown?
Yeah, and well, in anything. Flowers,
Oh.
humans.
No, honestly, I don't get it either.
Like,
it's
it's
a
just-
miracle.
Well, I mean, like, a woman grows a child from scratch in our stomachs. That's just something that I don't understand, but we
That's
won't get
kind
into
of
this
nasty.
in public. I'm sorry, it's just...
No, Maddie,
it's
I'm
just-
just
it's the truth,
teasing.
though.
I'm just teasing.
Okay, fireworks is next. Me and Sarah came up with this one together on the 4th of July.
Okay, yeah.
It just shoots up in the sky and makes the perfectly symmetrical, pretty colors in the sky.
Yeah.
How is that working?
And, okay, and also, why are there only, like, 3 colors of fireworks? It's, like, red and white and a kind of
you never
blue.
see, you never
and
see
then, like,
pastel
yellow.
colored.
You never see, like, a bright purple.
Have I seen orange? I don't
No.
think so.
So it's just, like,
Well, and
where...
like, how does it shoot up and then just again, make that perfectly symmetrical
Well,
shape? Or, like,
and,
whatever
like-
shape they want. How
Well-
do they get the shape?
And, like, I don't know how modern fireworks are, but, like, original fireworks were just, like, balls of gunpowder that the Chinese, like, threw in the air, and they, like, exploded.
And that's clearly not what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. But, along with Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. Where is Wi-Fi coming from, and why does it control every device? Like, why can't you be on a device without Wi-Fi?
I was gonna say,
I mean, cellular data, whatever. But, still, cellular data. What even is that?
why can't we all just hook up our devices to, like, a satellite in the sky that allows us to use them whenever, wherever we
Right,
want?
like, why are there outages of Wi-Fi? Or why aren't you always connected to Wi-Fi? And why does it cost
Why is the range
money?
of Wi-Fi only, like, 50 feet?
And why does it cost so much money?
Yeah.
Like,
It's just waves.
It's just waves. Like, waves are free.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but waves are free.
Like,
we get-
we're actually geniuses. for
And well,
this.
and we get that you have to make the metal boxes that make the Wi-Fi. You
But,
are
like,
not
that
the,
costs
we
you, like,
all-
$2.
Finders keepers. We all could have found that metal.
Finders, keepers, losers suck,
Yeah,
as they
and-
say on Little Rascals.
Thank you. 'Cause I was gonna say weepers, but finders keepers, losers.
Yeah,
weepers.
so it's... No, no,
Either way, you suck or you weep. Either way, we could have found it before you, and we could have invented Wi-Fi before you. You just got there first. So now the manufacturers are making money off of it for something that we could have made somehow.
Yeah.
Or did they make it at all? We'll get into that.
well, really quick.
We have
So,
like 5 more things.
Finders, keepers, losers suck is from the movie Little Rascals.
Never seen it.
You're joking.
Am I gonna get hate?
Yeah, Alfalfa and Darla, bro.
Mm-mm.
Oh my goodness. So,
Never seen it.
it's this movie about these little kids. The boys have a He-Man Woman Haters Club run by this little, like, Jewish boy. He's really sweet. His name is Spanky. And, but, so, they enter a race, and during the race, these, like, bullies that have bullied them the whole movie, they stole their original go-kart and they say, finders, keepers, losers suck. And then they like speed ahead. It's funny.
I guess we need to watch that. Maybe we can watch that later.
We should. It's such a fun, just cute little kid movie.
So, next one. Oh, this is your thing. I flipped thing. You remember that?
Okay,
This is
so
your thing.
for those who've taken like anatomy, or I think you even might maybe learn this in biology. Maybe I learned this in psychology. I don't know. People have taken science
It
classes.
was psychology. That's where you learned it.
It wasn't in anatomy?
You told me.
Okay, so our eyes pick up images inverted, like upside down, right? And like our optic nerve, like our brains, supposedly flip the image. Okay? Or is everyone following? How do our brains do that, and why? Why can't we just see
Why can't we
things?
just see it upside down?
Why? Okay, first of all, why can't we just see it upside down? Or also, why can't we just see everything as it is? Why do our eyes pick it up upside down
Yeah.
and then flip it? And also, supposedly, the left side of your brain controls the right side of your body, and the right side of your brain controls the left side of your body. So you're telling me that my left side of my brain is controlling my right eye, my right side of my brain is controlling my left eye, and it's picking things up upside down and flipping it? No.
Well, and another thing really quick.
And who discovered that we're seeing things upside down and then it flips?
That's a great thing. Again, who invented this? Who messed around enough to find out that your eyes are flipping things? You can't figure that out. I'm sorry, but you can't. You can't. How are you dissecting a brain? Just this little organ.
Organ.
Sorry, that was such a seawall. And finding out that it flips things. That doesn't happen.
No. And okay, and supposedly the optic nerve is like as big as like a period on a piece of paper. How does something that small flip an entire image that shouldn't be upside down to begin with?
Literally all the time.
Literally
Every
constantly.
time that your eyes are open. And probably closed. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But another thing, this is a shout out to Mr. P for teaching us this in our econ class last semester.
Oh yeah, uh-huh.
Our amygdala,
Uh-huh.
that controls our brains and it controls your emotions until like the ripe age of whatever, when like your
Prefrontal cortex.
prefrontal cortex develops, and then you
Yeah.
like can make rational decisions. What?
Well,
Why doesn't it just develop earlier? Oh, you can explain
Excuse me.
this.
Well, I took psychology just in high school. And I also took sociology.
I took sociology.
And
didn't I?
in college I'm taking anthropology. All of these things have to do with like your brain a lot. Well, sociology not so much. But they talk about psychological concepts in sociology. But anyways, like all the stuff in your brain, like your body is literally run by like chemicals and hormones and like electrical impulses in your nerves. It's crazy.
Yeah, so that's another thing I'm gonna get. Next one though, DVDs. Similar to vinyls. They have cut grooves, but this time they're making pictures and sound.
Okay.
What?
And VHS, I understand the pictures because it's on like film, right?
Yeah.
But still, where's the sound coming from?
Where is that? And how does
Like,
it match up perfectly with
Yes, no, like, can someone actually get us
No.
in contact with, like, a scientist that can actually explain this, because it doesn't make any sense.
Viewers and listeners, if for some reason you either know this or you know someone who knows this or is an expert on all this kind of stuff, reach out to us. We said our numbers in the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Literally just like
Here.
comment on.
Well, I'll give my phone number again. My phone number is 661-407-5902. Please text me.
Okay, my number is 760-514-2328. Text us, probably together or individually, whatever.
Because, like, our friend Liz,
Love you, Liz.
texted us in a group chat. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Like, we would love to talk to you. But anyways, if you know about this kind of stuff, reach out. Give us your insight, because as you can see, we're confuddled. Like,
Confuddled.
we don't know what's going on.
We
But
are confused.
we're gonna say fax machines for the end. We're gonna get to that one because that ties into our.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I had the biggest brain fart ever.
We're gonna go out of order. Where does the candle wax go? We're lighting a candle
Okay,
right now.
so here.
You wanna do it? Okay, so candle wax. We all know candle wax melts. Whatever.
Where does it
Where
go?
does it go? Eventually, there will be an end, and there will be no
And there's
wax
no more
left.
wax in there.
And it doesn't. Does it evaporate?
Does the flame eat it?
Does the flame eat it? Does it go into the wick?
Also,
Does it
how
absorb?
does flame work?
That's a good one.
Because, like, okay, like, originally when man first made fire, it was either friction from a stick rubbing really fast on the wood and
Yeah.
it like created heat. Friction, I understand. Rocks hitting each other and making sparks, like flint and steel, friction, that I understand. But like this thing,
I mean,
how the heck do you press it and click it and it makes a fire?
and so fast.
Yeah,
And controlled.
and controlled. And supposedly it needs oxygen. How? Like, where's the oxygen going if the fire's using it?
That's a
Wait,
good one.
whoa!
That's a really good
No, but it's
one.
like, okay, like you need fuel and oxygen and like heat and friction, right? The heat and friction I understand, the fuel I understand, but the oxygen, where's the oxygen going?
These are great. See, this is the again. If any of you have answers, text us. But next one, traffic. This one. Oh, my
Okay,
microphone. Sorry,
Wait,
guys.
because I'm still confused about where the wax goes. And what do they make candle wax out of? Beeswax?
Oh yeah, what is
What
wax
is
made out
wax? Because I've heard like soy wax. Is that from soybeans?
of? Oh yeah, Oh.
What even are soybeans?
What is it?
So is soy sauce made from soybeans?
I thought it was made from wheat. Isn't
Wheat?
it?
No, wheat is used to help ferment it.
Oh. So. Oh.
Because like
I know-
alcohols,
Well, I know that
alcohols have wheat
Well,
in it
when I-
because the wheat ferments it.
when I went to Illinois, there were soy fields everywhere. Like
So
and I
it
asked
is
my
like
dad,
a
I asked my
plant.
dad, I was like, what is that? He was like, that's soy. And they're like soybeans, but do soybeans make everything?
Why don't we ever eat soybeans? Why do we just make other things
I
out
mean,
of
I'm
them?
sure some of you out there have had soybeans for dinner probably because your mom has made them for some reason. But like, I've never
But I've
just
never heard of
casually
that.
eaten soybeans at dinner. I mean, like pinto beans, yeah.
This is
Refried beans,
nuts.
yeah.
This is crazy.
See, we're
Fun. Okay,
Oh.
refried beans are pinto beans.
I
Did you
know.
know that?
yeah, that one I knew.
I only figured that out like a year ago.
Okay,
Okay.
next one, traffic. Why don't
Why can't you just keep driving?
just drive? Like, I'm okay. There are situations that I understand when you have to move into one lane. When you have to-
Accidents.
accidents. Like road work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
That I understand. But
Hmm.
when like one car slows down 4 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden I'm 3 miles back, and we're all going 45 miles
Yeah.
on a 75-mile freeway,
And like,
because one idiot decided to slow down a
yes,
little bit.
or like
What?
LA traffic. Where is it coming from?
Where's
I
it
get like,
from?
oh, such and such freeway merged with the 101, so you have to like
Like,
go to a
merge
certain amount of
on
lanes. Okay, why don't we just be nice, let each other into the lanes, and traffic can continue flowing at the pace that it should be at?
Amen. Let's just all drive. Like, golly, I get some people want to speed. I get some people want to go slow. I get that.
That's why there's multiple
And
lanes.
there's multiple lanes. There's a fast lane. There's the truck lane. I mean, this is for multi-lane freeway.
Yeah.
Also, who gave truck drivers the knowledge that you can pass other trucks? Because they
No!
never have gauged that.
Okay, let's talk about this. So, like, in California, speed limit for trucks is what, like 55, 65 or something?
Or something
You're all supposed to be going the same speed.
Why
So
is
why are you trying to pass each
Hey,
other?
why is some of you going literally 45 miles and other of you going faster than me? I don't speed! I do not speed ever because it makes me feel anxious unless I'm late to school.
Oh.
So, we're done. But, why are you going faster than me but passing a truck that's going super slow, but then another one of you decides to pass and you're literally going 2 miles faster than the other truck that you're passing? 2 miles!
I just thought of another thing that I don't understand.
What?
Hay trucks.
Hay trucks.
Trucks with bales of hay on them.
Okay.
How does the hay stay on there? How does it not just all blow away?
Well, they're really heavy.
Hay is just straw, though.
It's like putting a bunch of feathers together. A ton of feathers is still a ton.
So a ton of feathers would stay on a truck if you were driving a truck. Okay, onion trucks.
Oh,
Orange
I
trucks.
just got a watch notification that said loud environment.
Oh my goodness, bee trucks. Have you ever seen bee trucks on the road? Trucks with like honeybees in them?
No.
Okay, so there's
That
trucks
is something
that have like, like the domesticated bee like hive things? Like that they're just boxes. Trucks like transport those all the time, right? And I've passed them before, and literally bees are like spewing out the back of the truck, just getting hit by other cars.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. How do you get to your destination with bees still in your bee box things?
Yeah, if they're all dying.
If they're all getting blown out.
Well, and another thing, this is just something that my sister and I have noticed. This is something that we noticed over COVID. So, Anne, if you're listening, let me know that.
Love you, Anne.
Love you too. But listen to this. So, between us and an overpass, probably like it's like a mile and a half between us and like the next overpass.
Maybe
another road.
I would say maybe like 2 miles.
Maybe like 2 miles. Anyways, between that and here, every time that we would drive that route for whatever reason, no matter what time of day, no matter how long it's been since the last time, we always saw an onion truck. We always saw a truck carrying onions going the same speed, looking the exact same, with the same kind of onions.
You were caught in a time loop, Madison.
Yeah.
No. Stop. Because you were caught in like a pinpoint time and space.
I've never heard you say something that serious, but so silly. But keep going, because I'm listening.
No, because
With an open mind.
like was it like deja vu, or was it just
felt like deja vu, because we would drive that and we would see the same truck in the same spot. It just all the time, every time that we drove for like a few months or like a year.
So
it was insane.
We'll need to do this on like another episode, but I get deja vu all the time.
I get deja vu a lot, even for things that like would never even happen.
Yeah.
Like I just be like, I was in Florida. I haven't been in Florida since I was like a toddler, and I don't even remember it. I was sitting in a house that I've never been in, and I got deja vu, and I was like, why am I getting deja vu?
Also, why is it called deja vu?
Who came up with that?
Is it in a different language?
I think, is it French? It's not French. Deja vu.
I don't know. So what's left on the list?
Okay, one last one before we get into the real like topic.
Yeah.
Pyramids, but that could tie into.
Okay, wait. Pyramids were built by aliens.
Okay, we're starting it. Aliens.
Okay, yeah. So this is like building up to all these things that we don't understand how it works.
Somehow
they are
all related to aliens.
They're all alien technology. Okay. So do you want me to like go
explain it
okay, so our friend Lauren, we were talking about this podcast, and I was saying like I think it's alien technology because let's think about it. So like back in the day, like mental illness is a real thing, right?
Yeah.
And that sounds like I'm gonna get sidetracked, but I'm not. Mental illness is a real thing, okay? And like Salem witch trials, most of the women that were accused of being witches were either smart or had mental illness, such as depression or anxiety or like schizophrenia.
Something like that.
Yeah, and so they got like killed, okay? But mental illness is so much more prevalent in today's age with advanced technology and like worldwide communication, okay? Human brains were never supposed to be able to comprehend, like we're never supposed to...
We were never meant to see the things that we are today.
Yeah, and like, whoops.
Oh, get that out of frame.
And
sorry.
We were never like supposed to like have like social media, etc.
No, social media is the cause of so many people, like so many like suicides, because it is not, we're not supposed to have it.
Yeah.
We were never supposed to have smartphones.
Yeah, and so like the human brain just like isn't supposed to, like we're supposed to be walking barefoot.
And this is a fact, by the way.
This is a fact. Like humans are supposed to be walking barefoot in like fields, living in caves.
In loincloths.
Yeah.
And eating like wheat off the side, and like flowers.
We still eat wheat.
I'm talking about like wheat from the stalk.
Oh, just like wheat grains.
And they don't have. They probably didn't have like soy-free chai.
Everything was already organic.
It was all organic. However you want to say.
I did not mean to say organic.
It was all organic before we started throwing stuff on. I don't even know.
Yeah. Okay, but so
we were never.
My point in all this is that if we were never supposed to be able to have advanced technology like this, it had to have come from somewhere else.
And where did that come from?
Aliens!
Okay. They came down and gave us stuff because they saw that we were idiots. We couldn't do stuff on our own. They gave it to us.
So, and we were talking about this at work, and our friend Lauren told us this crazy conspiracy theory, and it makes perfect sense, okay?
It really does. Like, perfect.
Like, no one should be skeptical of this because it's real. So, we live close to an Air Force base.
Yep.
Do you think I should share the name? It kind of is important.
Have we already said the name?
I think I said it earlier today. So, it's called Edwards... we told them the town that we live in. We live next to Edwards Air Force Base, okay? It's, what is it? It's like a flight test base.
Yeah.
In the middle of the desert, so like they can fly the jets whenever they
have
want.
filmed so many things here at
Top
Edwards.
Gun.
Top Gun was filmed here.
Iron Man.
Marvel.
Oh yeah, Captain Marvel.
Was filmed here.
Scenes of Iron Man.
A bunch of Marvel stuff.
Like a bunch of anything that has a jet, it was probably filmed out here.
Filmed here.
And so, and like the actual like Top Gun Maverick, like the actual Top Gun class, whatever it's called in real life, like the real thing is here.
We know people who have gone through it.
Yes, like, and actually. Like I call them Top Gun guys because they've like
because they've. I mean, there's a movie about it.
Yeah,
for heaven's sakes. Where's that list come from? Dude, I was like, there's a movie.
There's the movie.
There's the movie.
Also, we're not trying to make fun of anyone who has a list.
Oh my gosh! I'm not making fun of you for the list. I swear I'm not. I was just making fun of myself.
But so
keep going.
So here's the theory. Alien. So there are people out here who claim they have seen UFOs all the time.
I've seen a UFO. I swear it.
I actually did. One morning, I was driving really, really early in the morning, and I saw like, I thought I saw a shooting star, but it like left a like green trail in the sky. Have I never told you this?
No.
Okay, I was.
You might have.
Okay.
Where were you?
I was driving really, really early in the morning. Saw like a shooting star. I feel like I already said this, but so it went, and I was like, oh my goodness, like a shooting star, and I like looked, which was probably bad. I should have kept my eyes on the road, and it was like black outside still. The sun hadn't rised.
Rosen. Let's just compromise, make up a word.
So the sun hadn't risen yet, and so it was black. I saw the shooting star, and it left a green trail in the sky for like 3 minutes.
There's no way. I did not.
It was I'm telling you, it was a UFO passing through our atmosphere.
I think I've seen a UFO because as kids, me and my siblings would sleep on the trampoline and we would watch the planes fly above. And one time there was this plane that went way too fast, and it wasn't short enough to be like a shooting star, and it was too fast to be a plane. It was like, and I thought I was just like dreaming. No, I realized years later that was a UFO. I know it. We know it, and we're not crazy either.
No, okay, so like.
And this is why it's real.
To my point, people see UFOs all the time. A while ago, when did like technology like boom? You had the time period.
Well, real quick, a fax machine was made in 1964. When did we go on the moon? 1969. Fax machines were made 5 years before we landed on the moon, in Zaren's opinion, supposedly. But still, 5 years prior, Bluetooth.
Are fax machines run by Bluetooth?
You put so this is how a fax machine works. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. You put a paper through it on your end, and then it comes out on your end. But on someone else's end, like let's say I'm in California, I'm sending it to New York. I'll put this paper through. Then in New York, at like the same time or like a second after, a paper comes out of their fax machine it's the same paper.
No.
Yes.
Wait, is that actually what a fax machine was?
It's not the exact same paper that I put in there, but it's like.
No, like
printed.
Yeah.
Yes.
What? Okay, but so to the point, like we went from like
nothing to
like cars that barely ran, and like telephones that like you had to spend 5 minutes dialing
to Snapchat
to like Tesla. Cell phones and Teslas and rockets and fax machines and all these things. Okay, right? And it was a very quick like boom. All of a sudden, technology boomed.
To AirPods.
Yes.
I'm sorry, where did that come from?
Like, yeah, so like all of a sudden like technology like blasted off, right? That happened because a UFO crash landed at Edwards Air Force Base, right? Mm-hmm. And they contacted, the government. For whatever reason, a random president of the United States flew out to Edwards Air Force Base, supposedly for a like specialty dentist appointment. There's not a dentist on Edwards Air Force Base.
We have to ask someone who that is. There's no dentist on Edwards Air Force Base.
No.
They have to go to like the surrounding towns around because there are no dentists.
So
why did you have to fly across the country to go to a dentist? I'm sorry, but there are plenty in DC.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty.
Yeah. And so
he probably has his own private dentist.
Yes. So the point in this is it was a cover-up for the president to fly out. The aliens, so obviously advanced technology, they have like language translators, right? They communicate with us, and we made a treaty with them, okay? The president of the United States and like Congress or whoever, like, you know, the branches of our government made a deal with aliens that they could come down and like we would give them people to like eat, test on, whatever.
No, but we would give them test subjects.
Yes, we would give them human beings, right? In exchange for
Devices.
Technology and not saying anything about them.
Yeah. So
like keeping them a secret.
So they're covering this up. And if you look, so many people go missing every year. Where do they go?
Where do they go? They go to the aliens!
And we completely understand human trafficking is a real thing. Like,
okay, oh yeah.
We understand that. We are not trying to debunk that. We're just
saying some of them probably end up for the aliens.
Some of them probably are for the aliens.
And okay, and so side thing, there's also like our test rocket site. Also really close to where we live. There are and it's on like the top of kind of like a baby mountain.
Yeah, it's like a little, it's not a hill, but it's not a big old mountain.
It's not a hill, but it's not like
it's like a standalone mountain.
Yeah, it's not like a hill, but it's not like Mount
Rushmore.
Whitney.
Oh wait, Rushmore is the one with the face.
Mount Rushmore is also gigantic. But it's like a large hunk of Earth. There are tunnels underneath it. That is where they store the humans.
Mm-hmm.
And so the aliens come down. My conspiracy theory is that they time it. Because every once in a while, not very frequently, but every once in a while, we will get to see like a rocket launch.
Oh, yeah.
They time it to where when we are seeing the rocket launch, the UFO comes at the same time.
That's a great one. That was so good.
The UFO comes at the same time, lands at the rocket site. They go down the tunnels. They pick their humans, and then they give us technology.
Well, and
so it started off with the fax machine, and more advanced rockets. For a long time, we couldn't get rockets to work. Remember, we'd try to launch them, and they'd explode in the atmosphere.
The Wright brothers had wooden planes.
Yeah, wooden planes. All of a sudden, now we have like supersonic jets that break the sound barrier.
We have silent jets.
We have fusion jets, like stealth bombers. What the heck? Within the span of 20 years.
Yeah, not even 100 years. I'd say probably honestly a rough estimate is 80. Probably 80 years. The technology is just completely boomed.
Yeah.
And we did not just find that. And also, again, why don't they talk about who found all those?
Is my phone still filming or did it die?
I don't know. Let me go see. You're at 7.
I know.
Oh wait, this is 59 minutes. We gotta wrap this up.
No, it's all right. Your phone unplugged, by the way.
Oh, it's okay. It's 75.
But so, my point in all this is that aliens are real. We have a treaty with them,
and they're more prominent than we think.
Has anyone ever seen National Treasure?
Hands raised.
Oh yeah, I'm saying someone's gonna answer, but
no, you can answer. You can say it loud.
In the National Treasure, the Book of the Presidents.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to have national secrets in it.
Yeah.
I think that's real.
Okay, because honestly, Zarin, now that you mentioned this, I thought this as a kid.
Yes.
I've always thought
there's no way that there's not something like that. Have you ever seen Independence Day?
Oh,
with
yes,
Will
we
Smith?
just watched.
I just watched.
Wait, no, we didn't just watch it. We're going to watch it.
So I just watched it for the first time recently.
It's so good.
Literally, it is exactly what happened in real life. Aliens showed up. It was kept a secret for a long time. Presidents were only hearing about it on no basis until we made that treaty.
Oh.
Okay, and okay, here's what I think. People that were inventing stuff before these aliens came and we all of a sudden had this technological boom, like the Wright brothers. Why did they want to make a plane? Because they had been taken by aliens, probed, sent back down to Earth, and their brains,
that was really good.
Their brains were working differently all of a sudden.
Yes.
So that's why they made this stuff.
Because, we are curious. As humans, we are very curious. But
that's a fact.
Very little of us really would do stuff about it. I say, oh, I wonder if I can, I don't know, teleport one day. I'm never going to find that out. I'm never going to
Except for when the aliens give us that technology.
Except for when they give us the technology, and then we all go, I wonder what we can do with this. And then we're transporting us everywhere. But I'm just saying. And how much of our brain do we use?
It's only use 10% of their brain or something.
We only use a very small. We don't
Google
use
that
all
really
of our.
quick.
Yeah, so we don't use all of our brain. Einstein apparently used more than anyone or something.
Oh, Maddie, my microphone's blinking.
Mine isn't even on.
Oh
No!
no!
Oh, we were supposed to be checking
Here.
this whole time. So our microphones might be
So
done.
our microphones might be dying, so
we-
we kind of need to wrap this up.
So we're gonna go. But anyway.
Is there anything last minute things that we need to say?
Oh, I have an idea. Ready?
Okay, what is it?
This is how we're gonna end it.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you have anything, do it now. But this is how we're gonna end it. You ready?
Oh, okay, what is it?
Okay, just follow along, okay? Zizi, what are your thoughts on living in a simulation?
I'll tell you later. Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye!